Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to our live session from TCL Global Kolkata office. Thank you very much for joining us today. I'm Aditya, Senior Education Consultant from TCL Global. Today, we will be discussing the university application guidance, courses, tuition fees, and scholarship offerings, along with many more opportunities from Nottingham Trent University in UK. For this reason, we have Ms. Shruti Jaggi, the regional advisor from Nottingham Trent University, who will be joining as our guest today and will be sharing all the future scopes and opportunities for international students for all over the world. You can also ask questions or if you have any concerns regarding your study prospects with us, and we will try our best to answer all of them. Before moving on to the guest, I would like to introduce TCL. It will be just a short introduction of the company, so stay tuned. So, TCL is a dynamic and passionate education consultancy firm. At TCL, our highly experienced counselors help students from all over the world for their further education in UK, US, Canada, and Australia. TCL Global is partnered with more than 500 universities all around UK, US, Canada, and Australia. So, with our highly professional links, you can get access to the top universities getting the most advanced opportunities. We have been continuing our free service consultations for more than 10 years now. So you will be glad to know that we have 19 offices across 13 countries that enable us to enhance our global offering to students and educational institutions. Our goal in all of this is to provide you with an international platform for your educational career ahead and to provide all sorts of solutions for those who want to study in UK, US, Canada, or Australia. Now, let's watch a quick video of where you will get to know about the Nottingham Trent University before welcoming our guest. I am delighted to take this opportunity to introduce our honorable guest of the day. Let's welcome Ms. Shruti Jaggi. She is the regional advisor of the Nottingham Trent University.
Hello,
Thank you.
hello, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Shruti, for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Aditi. And thank you, TCL, for giving this opportunity to me. I'm delighted to be a part of this initiative. So, as my introduction, I am Shruti Jaggi, the South Asia Regional Advisor for Nottingham Trent University. And I look up for, India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, different regions in South Asia. And also, as a quick introduction, I would like to say I studied myself from Nottingham Trent back in 2016. So I did my master's in broadcast journalism from NTU. So I've got that experience as a student, and hopefully I'll be able to share that while presentation or during question answer round. But yeah, it's good to be on both the sides, I would say. Thank you. So yeah, I think shall I start with the presentation now?
Absolutely.
Sure. All right. Thank you. So I would be taking you around. We've got a great introduction from TCL about how the university looks like as per the video. So I'm sure you guys have an idea where you would be studying if you would like to come to NTU. And because I've studied myself, it's a beautiful place. So we're located in a city called Nottingham, which is about 2.5 hours away from London. So not very far, and a very beautiful student city. I will be telling about the city in a short while. So I'll start with the presentation. Basically we have a team India, and I have introduced myself, and there are other few colleagues who are based in India, some in the UK. So this is how our team India looks like. So today I would be covering more about what the university is like, the city, what are our major USPs, and different kind of courses we do, requirements, scholarships, employment opportunities, and why you should basically be a part of the university. So, as a quick introduction to the university, we originated as a school of art and design, which was back in 1843. So, it's been very old in terms of the recognition NTU holds. So, we started in 1843, but the status as a university, we got that in 92. And hence, we're referred to as a modern university. So, we are very top ranked modern universities in the UK. We have three different campuses in Nottingham City itself, and they're divided as City, Clifton, and Brackenhurst. And we have about, more than 35,000 students now studying with us at NTU, and about 18% would be roughly, our international students. So we've increased over the time in terms of our international students as well. We also have great employability records. So we have more than 6,000 plus tie-ups with different businesses, small scale companies, and organizations. So you have a lot of opportunities when it comes to why you should be studying at NTU. Now, also some of the other factors that we're very well recognized also would be that we have the largest employability team in the UK. It is very important when you're selecting a university, because the key factors you look is, of course, the course, the ranking, and the employability opportunities, the location, the pricing, scholarships, everything. So we rank everywhere pretty well, I would say. We are top 10 for the placement years we do. We have the largest employability team. We've also recently just won award for Best Student Life, International University, the kind of facilities we have, all by Student Uni Awards. Now, these awards hold very important place because these are awards that are given by the students. So they are on a based of feedback. So these students give feedback on various other criteria, and hence we can say that we're a very popular university when it comes to students. Now, in terms of the cities that we're telling, so we ranked as the third best student city in the UK. So we are a very popular city as a location. We are located in East Midlands region, which is, as I said, 2.5 to 3 hours away from London. So very centrally located. So about an hour from Birmingham, 1.5 hour from Manchester. So you can actually travel from Nottingham to most of the places in the UK within 2 hours or so. And we also have different airports. So the Nottingham airport would be basically our East Midlands airport, which is more located for the European flights. But if you want to travel to Nottingham, we have London airport, we have Manchester, we have Birmingham. These are different options that you could take. We also call Nottingham as the popular city for Robin Hood. I'm sure you must know about the Robin Hood tales, during our childhood times. So he was born here, and we have a very beautiful castle and a statue in the city center area as well. This place is also known for a lot of other things, like it's a fashion city. So the famous designer Paul Smith was also born here. Then we have, beautiful pictures being shot here, like films shot, like the third part of Batman, with The Dark Knight Rises, was shot in this very beautiful picture you can see on the screen. It's called the Wallerton Hall. So this is where the movie was also shot. So it is kind of very beautiful place as well. And of course, it's a student city. So we get a lot of students studying at NTU or the other university we have in the city, which is University of Nottingham as well. So these are two universities in this particular city. Moving on to about the course rankings. So we are mostly top 10 or top 20 ranked for most of the courses that we do. So if you see the top 10 ranking, we're generally known for our engineering courses or electronics engineering, mechanical engineering, biomedical engineering, or for country planning courses, that is architecture or, civil engineering, construction management, quantity surveying, or anything to do with agriculture. So these are top 10 ranked courses. And as I said in the beginning, if you didn't listen, that we started with an art and design school. So that is why we're very famous for those things. So anything to do with fashion, anything to do with product design, or fashion business, or any design, art and craft, graphics, animation, those are also very popular. And of course, the most popular in India, I would say, the more students we get from is basically for our science and business courses. So accounting, fintech, business analytics, or the course that I did, journalism. We're top 20 ranked for that as well. So there are a lot of options for students to explore about different options in terms of the courses. Now we have divided these as per the campuses. As I said, we have three campuses. So the first is our city campus, right in the city area. So here we have different schools that we have divided. So for example, the first one is our art and design, the oldest school. So under that we have certain courses to give you an example of what kind of courses we do. So for example, as I said, it's animation, graphic, photography, illustration, anything to do with fashion design. So these would be under the art and design. If you talk about anything architectural design, then it's architecture, again, construction, civil, product design, interior architecture, etc. We have business courses, again, fintech, economics, international business, business management, accounting, finance, marketing, project management. Then another very famous law school we have is our Nottingham Law School, again based in the city campus, and we have our own legal advice center on the campus as well, which means that students who are studying at the law school get an opportunity to work alongside their studies in the legal advice center as an internship, you could say. And you deal with real life case studies while you are studying, so you get an exposure. You have moot court sessions, so it's a very practical course structured, so that once you graduate you have different opportunities to work on, and you can easily get a job because you've already studied and covered that part during your graduation. So we do a lot of LLMs, we do professional law courses, BTC, barrister training, solicitor courses, or different LLM options that you could go with. Then we have our social science courses. So that is into anything psychology. We are ranked top 200 in the world ranking, QS world ranking for psychology, and we do a lot of specializations under that as well. Now, moving on to our second campus, which is our Clifton campus. Now, this is about 25 minutes from the main city area, so it's not that far, and it's dedicated to more or less sports. I would say the campus is more of sports campus. So you will have a lot of science and technology courses here, anything to do with engineering, medical engineering, sustainable engineering, mechanical, transports, data science, computing, artificial intelligence, all those sort of courses, or arts and humanities, like your liberal arts courses, creative writing, history, English, etc. And the last school here would be our education. So somebody who's interested in teaching, wants to go into education field, so we have courses for that field as well. And last campus would be our Brackenhurst campus. Now, this is about a 45 minutes drive from this main city area, and it's a beautiful campus on the countryside. So if if you're an animal lover, I think you should definitely pay a visit here, because it's dedicated to all the animal studies, environmental studies that we do on this campus. So we have courses starting from, endangered species to equine sports science to agriculture, environmental science, etc. So these are the different courses we do overall. Now, in terms of the requirements, that who would be eligible, how we identify. So there are different parameters, but in a general sense, I would say. So if you're an undergrad, that is, if you're looking for coming to a bachelor's course at NTU, if you have a CBSE, ICSE state board, then we generally need like a 65% overall in best of your four subjects. If you're from an IB board, then we need about, so we only look at the HL scores. So we need 12 to 16 points in the HLs, and the overall could be 28 to 34 points overall. And if you're an A level, then it will depend from an grade A, B, B to B, B, C, depending on the course. These are the general requirements. So I think most of the Indian population would generally be fitting into the 65% because we have more of boards like that. Yeah. And in terms of our master courses, so again, if it's a CGPA format, like most of the universities now are having a GPA or a CGPA, then it's 6 to 6.5 out of 10, depending on the course, or else if it's percentage, then it's 55 to 60%, depending on the course again. Apart from these general requirements, we do have certain requirements for our design courses, which we are really famous for. I would really stress on that. So in terms of anything to do with architecture, fashion, you would really need a portfolio. Now, what do we mean by a portfolio? So portfolio is basically a collection of, your drawings, illustrations that you've created. If you're coming for a master's, we expect to have some work experience. For example, you're coming for a master's in architecture or interior architecture. So we want you to have good work experience in that field. If you're coming for a bachelor's without work experience, it works. So you need to have a collection of your designs as well. Then we do have certain exemptions, like if you're from University of Calcutta, because these are prestigious universities that we say, or Delhi University, Mumbai, Pune, Chennai. Then we also allow you 5% less in terms of whatever the requirement is. For example, if the requirement for a course is 55%, then you are okay to come with a 50% if you are from the following universities, if you've graduated from the following universities. In terms of our English requirements, because it's kind of very important to have your English checked well. So in terms of the requirements we ask, so it's general IELTS that we ask for. So for an IELTS, we need like a 6.5 overall with no less than 5.5 in each band. That is the main requirement. But we do accept other English exams, like TOEFL Home Edition is there. We accept PTE is there. So we can, always send the requirements, or you can check with TCL Global for the different requirements. In terms of giving you waivers, so some students can get waivers for English as well, but very, very limited things. So if you are a CBSE, ICSE, or an IB student, like a national level board student, then 70 or above in your 12th English, you can get waived off. Or if you're from the following state boards like Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, and again you have a 70 or above in English, then you can also be eligible for the IELTS waiver. Or else, if you're coming for a master's degree, and again you've graduated from the following list like Mumbai, Delhi, Calcutta, Kolkata, Bangalore universities, then also you're eligible for the IELTS waiver. So these are the requirements where how you can get an IELTS waiver. In terms of the fees and requirements, so generally, like every year we revise fees. So as of now, 2023 fees has not yet come up. So this is just to give you an idea of how much the rough fee structure is. So for undergrad, it ranges from 15,600 can go up to 16,200 pounds per year, so annually. And for masters, it basically starts from 15,850 and can go up to 18,000 pounds for 1 year. Masters in the UK is 1 year, undergrad in the UK is 3 years. That's the duration. We do a lot of scholarships as well. So for our Indian students, of course, these are competitive scholarships. So there are no guaranteed scholarships. Everybody first needs to get an offer. So please listen to this, it's very, very important. First criteria, get an offer from NTU. Second is there is there'll be a link on the website which asks you to complete 3 essay-based questions, very small questions. They ask about your academic achievements, your extracurriculars, and why you should be selected for this scholarship. So basic questions, basically. Based on that, you may or may not get a scholarship. So it depends. These are competitive, so you'll have to fight for it. So if you get it, so the range for undergrad can be starting from £2,000 to £3,000 for the first year, or can go up to 25 to 50% tuition fee for the first year, and then consecutively 3,000 each in the second and third year. For our master students, it starts from £2,000 and can go up to 50% of tuition fee for the first year. So these are the range, but again, these are competitive, so they're not guaranteed. You have to get an offer first and then fill a form, and according to that, you may or may not get a scholarship. In terms of general living expenses, so about £1,000 overall per month is more than enough because it's a very economical, friendly student city. So you can really save up a lot of cost in that as well. Moving on to a few reasons of why you should select NTU. So because I have myself studied from here, so I could give you insights into that as well. So like we have a very low student to staff ratio. So when you talk about the class size or the batch size in India, we see how it is, right? Because you will have about 50 students, 50, 60 students in one class and just a teacher. So it becomes difficult to ask doubts and questions. Unlike in the UK, especially at NTU, the best quality is that we have very limited class sizes, small batches, 20, 25 students at max. And then it's easier and one teacher. So it's very easy to kind of, do book sessions, personal tutorial sessions you could book with them, weekly session or twice in a month, depending on your needs. And then, of course, we have very quick feedback on assessments. So again, whatever feedback that you're supposed to give, there are a lot of deadlines that you need to follow. So you get a lot of quick feedback as well about how you have performed. And we have student mentors as well. Sometimes when you're coming for the first time to an abroad country, of course, right? And then you are kind of hesitating to ask your tutors. You shouldn't be, because they're very cool and very friendly. But even then, if you are, we do have something called student mentors to help you during your studies. So there are students like us from India or different parts of the world who would be there to guide you throughout your journey as well. So there are a lot of support system at the university to help you. Plus, of course, we have the largest employability team in the UK, which is one of the best things. I'll tell you how it connects to the employability sector now. So, I mean, why would you select NTU? Of course, we're good in ranking, we have a good location, we do scholarships. I mean, most of the universities do that, right? But one of the key factors, I would say, is that we have very good employability ratio. So we are top 10 ranked in terms of the year-long placements we do. So that is one of the major USPs of our university, the placement years. So as I said, a master's course in the UK is a 1 year duration, undergrad is 3 years. But we offer 1 year placement option as well. It's an optional placement, which means that you can work for a year while you are studying. So this is on a student visa itself. For example, you're coming for a master's in international business, management international business. So your duration will be 1 year. But if you opt for 1+1 with a sandwich year, so how it works, you will get a visa for 2 years from India here. Okay, it will be a student visa. You will study for the first 9 months of your course. Okay, your 2 semesters there. And then after those, you will basically be doing a year-long placement for which you'll have to give interviews. Again, the placement is not guaranteed. You'll have to give interviews for it. And it's going to be a paid placement, like an internship. People in India call it internship. We call that as placement. So you will basically be asked to, you will be interviewed. You have to apply to a lot of companies for which the employability team will help you. And that is why we are best, because we have the largest team in the UK to guide you through your CV, how to draft a CV as per UK standards, how to kind of apply to companies, where to apply. We do a lot of career fairs as well. So, a lot of companies come in, you meet them, and you speak to them, and then you apply to them as well. So that is the procedure. So we help you with that process. If you get shortlisted in the interviews and you clear that interview, then if you get a placement, because there's going to be a deadline for getting that placement, if you get that placement within the deadline, then you can work for a year, you get a salary for it. Now the salary might range from anywhere £15,000 to 18, 20, 25,000 pounds a year, depending on which company you kind of shortlisted with. So that is that you get during your study time. So you will study first 9 months, you do 1 year ka placement, then you come back again to the university for last 3 months to complete your research project. So that is how it is 2 years. 9 months study, 1 year placement, 3 months back at university for the research project. So this placement is like a sandwich in between your studies and research. Hence, these are called sandwich years or placement years, whatever you call, right? Now, the only thing is these are not guaranteed. So just in case you're unable to secure sandwich or a placement year, then you only complete just 1 year masters. So that's the only, I won't say a drawback, but it's just like, you could try your best. If you get it, awesome, you get a 1 year stay, you get a salary, and you get a good experience. If not, you anyway complete your 1 year master's degree for which you initially came. So that's also there. And the extra amount for this placement is just a small fee, which is about £1,385, 1385 pounds. That is only charged if you get the placement. If you don't get the placement, you're not charged for this as well. So that is about the placement. So we are ranked top 10 in the UK for students getting these placements. And most of our courses do placement years as well. In terms of after the placement, after the course is over, you have again a graduate immigration route recently introduced in the UK again for the 2 years ka stay back. So after you complete your studies, you have another 2 years to stay back on a work visa, and you can find jobs. And if you've already got a placement back in your placement year, your chances of getting jobs increases because you've already worked in the UK environment. So that is why we're very, very well ranked for this. We're almost 90% in terms of our employer student connections as per the QS rankings as well. Now, how do we achieve all of this? I mean, I'm telling you that, we have this much percentage in students, but what is the reason and why do we achieve this? The major reason is, and that's my experience, I'll tell you, because all our courses at NTU would be, very practically designed. Any course you take will have a very practical outlet. So, for example, it's a law course, it's a course like journalism, it's a course like a design course, or it's a course which is very, theoretical also, even that course will have a lot of practical exposure. So, for example, if it's a civil engineering course, you'll be doing a lot of site visits. If it's a course like journalism, you will be doing a lot of time in your studio working on editing, sound, all of those things. So that is why we give you that practical experience right onto the course, so that once you graduate, you have good amount of exposure of how you can achieve good jobs after the course finishes. Now, these are some of our partners, some examples where who we, kind of work with. So these are big brands, Boots, very famous pharmaceutical company, Unilever, Microsoft, BBC, Rolls-Royce, Bentley. These are certain different brands we work, and our students have got jobs with them as well. And we do also accredited courses, which means that if any course that you're coming, for example, it's a management course, so you'll be accredited by Chartered Management Institute. If it's a architecture, it's REBA accreditation. If it's civil engineering, it's ICE. So different accreditations that help. Why? Because the courses have to be recognized by a UK body. So that again, once you graduate, you hold, that there's this importance that the course was nationally recognized. So once you're back in India as well, this recognition holds very important place as well. So yeah, that's it from my end, and these are my details, just in case you want to, drop any questions, you want to ask anything, and of course we have TCL Global to kind of help you with any questions. Make sure you go to them, do your applications. They will definitely help you with all the information related to NTU. So yeah, that's it from my end.
Okay, thank you so much for all of the information for the viewers. And I just want to know a few things before we proceed further. That
Sure.
is, in UK, do students tend to work part time during their studies?
Well, that's a very good question, I would say, because so during my time, I think this is one of the things I regret. I did not work as much part-time work I should have done when I was a student. But yes, most of the students, they do work part-time. So like you are allowed 20 hours a week to work part-time. And because Nottingham is such a student-friendly city, you have a lot of options to do part-time work in Nottingham. On the campus, we have different options. Off campus, we have different options. We have employability team to help you with even part-time options, not just the job options, but even the part-time options. So make sure, if your course allows you enough time, you should work part-time, not just because to earn extra money. I mean, that's always good, but like, just to get that experience in the UK culture, to adapt better. So yes, you can definitely work 20 hours during your term time.
Okay. And can you tell us about the living cost of the students while they will be studying there?
Right. So see, in general, so anything outside London is about £9,000 a month, sorry, a year, which you need to show for the visa purpose. But what I would suggest, in because I've stayed myself in Nottingham, like a month wise, barely cost you more than £800, a month, including accommodation, including your food, including, of course, if you want to party, because Nottingham is also a party city. So, if you want to party and do some extra work, so that's separate amount. But, all in all, you'll be comfortable within £800 easily if you can manage everything. So it's a very cost effective city, I would say.
Okay. And coming to the questions, so is there any accommodation facility that is available on campus for the international students?
Yes, actually, we have a university accommodation as well. So we have three campuses, as I said. So all the three campuses have, accommodation options as well. And we have, so for that, we need to reach out to our accommodation team, which is, again, all the information is available on the website. But yes, the accommodation kind of gets booked up very early, around, April. By April, I think, if you're coming for September, by April, most of the accommodation gets booked up. So you need to, start making sure to book accommodation on campus fast. But yes, we do have and help you with some private options also. So we have university living. That's our partner in India itself, but they help you to find private accommodations near the campus, near City campus, Clifton campus. So we could always share their details as well. So they are very cost effective and they can help you throughout as well.
Okay. So I can see there is one of our viewers, Miss Shanonda Das. She has a few questions for you.
Okay.
She wants to know that what about the visual designing courses and masters?
Yeah. So basically, we don't. I mean, in terms of visual designing as a course, we don't do. So we have visual communication courses under which we do mostly graphics, animation, illustration. These are the basic courses we do. So we don't have many other UXI design courses in general. So it's basically graphics, illustrations, or yeah, these are the basic pretty much courses. There are certain courses which are not exactly design, but some people like they prefer a combination of like a fashion, management and promotion, or a communication and a marketing. So that combination is there. But if you want to go into just visual design, then I would say it's more graphic, illustration, animation kind of courses.
Okay. I hope Shananda has got this information from you. And apart from that, she also has put another comment that is for international students, why is the course fee almost double?
Yeah, well, that's how it is. Any university you go, I mean, because we're not the home students, you see. So it's like we basically an international student. So there's a home fee and then there's an international fee. So for, of course, the home students who are you have a passport, UK passport, they will be paying the home fee. But for the others, it's basically the international fees. So that's how the universities all over the UK have designed that kind of thing. But we do offer scholarships, competitive ones. So, if you're good enough, why not apply and, get a chance to get a good scholarship?
Okay. I would like to ask you one more thing that apart from the IELTS, PT, or TOEFL, or the waiver part that Indian students will be getting, is
Mhm.
Duolingo also accepted?
No, sadly, we do not accept Duolingo. Sorry.
Not an issue at all. I hope all the viewers are noting all of these points. Um, I don't see any further questions over here.
Sure. Yeah. And thank you, others, for the lovely comments. I hope it was a useful session. And of course, you have me and TCL Global. So, all students who are listening to us right now, in case you have questions that pop up later, you can always reach out to them and they can connect you with me as well. And, we'll hopefully try to kind of clear all your queries. We are also available on Instagram, NTU India. So, you can follow us there for just to know how the vibe of the university is from an Indian student's perspective as well. Something which is more casual side of it, I would say. So if you want to know more about the student life, you do follow that as well. It's NTU India. So you can follow us there and follow TCL Global. And I would say, yeah, you are in capable hands.
Thank you again, Miss Shruti, and
Sure.
to all the viewers who are watching. Thank you so much for your participation. It has
Thank you.
really been a great experience with all of you, with Shruti ma'am as well. And please let us know about your experience and your opinions in the comment section. Those who are planning to study in UK, US, Canada, or Australia, especially in NTU, please feel free to connect with us. If you have any further queries, feel free to get in touch with us. Thank you again and wish you all a very good evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you too.